And welcome to another tutorial on Respawn. So as you can see, I have quite a selection of Respawn. I have someone moving, AI moving back and forth. I have someone in a building. I have them. Something you will not see is I have 3 other respawns that have not appeared yet. We'll get to that first. So we'll start off. This is the basic respawn. We go here. Everything's good. We respawn. So to get the other triggers to happen, you have to or the other respawns, you have to have a trigger. You enter the trigger, or you have like an AI get killed or something. It could trigger off, so you have a respawn pop up. Same with this. Then over here, something from like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, the bivouac sites. You could do something similar. Or you have a helicopter fly over, boom. You can do something like that.
Roger.
Now we'll respawn.
He's hit.
So you could do something like this. Go here. Just gotta grab a parachute. And you want to wait for a good opening. Because if you jump out too early, you risk a lot of things. You could have this so you could just respawn and parachute in. Or maybe you've got something like an object that you want everyone to respawn at. Maybe a crate that's got an arsenal, or a certain point that you want particularly, and you don't want to put like a module down. Boom. You can have it here. You can put your spawn here and boom, carry on your thing. Or maybe you're doing single player and you want to have like AI teammates and stuff. Well, we'll do this guy that's in a building. Boom. In a building. Because your teammate's here, boom, you can join them. Or maybe your guys are still walking or running and you want to just teleport back to them. Simple. And now I'll show you how this all works. So here we'll have a little demonstration. So I have the basic respawn module. So you'd find that here under module, press F5, go down to multiplayer, you go to respawn. Just this alone won't constitute a thing. So this, the leading side, you can have it set up where a trigger is activated and you can have it on repeat and it'll pretty much change the sides. But I prefer just making it easier and doing a blue 4 if you're doing like a blue 4 or single like player op where you're only using one side. Just set it to blue 4 op or ND, whatever side you're using. Then you can have like triggers. Like this is attached to a trigger, so as soon as a player walks in here, triggers, same as that and same as this. Except here you can see you can have like an helicopter fly over, and you can widen the range too to make it just like Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Here I got AI walking, but he's got a script which we'll go over here after I do a quick new mission. So we'll do a quick new mission. We'll do it on multiple. So essentially what you need is you can just place down a player. We'll just say he starts off right back here. And this is what happens if this is why you have to have multiplayer, because in single player you can't use respawn. To make it also possible, it's like you can put down a respawn module and essentially you can basically put blue 4, you can name it whatever, you can make it air base or NATO or CSAT or who name it, who cares, you can name it that. You can pretty much name it to whatever you want. But this will not work. essentially, I can demonstrate this, but then it'll just be eating up time that you don't need. You could just notice that you have to go to the attributes. You gotta go to multiplayer. Here, respawns are disabled, so essentially you're not going to be able to respawn. So you could respawn on, and you could have it where if you get killed, you could respawn on your body and die again. Not very recommended unless you are in a plane and you just end up crashing. You could just do respawn. But to get this to work, you have to have respawn position checked. But it still won't work because you have to have a delay. So you can have the delay go from a second to a day if you wanted to, for instance. If you have like squad mates, like human players, you could disable the enable AI, and the AI won't take over. And when the players spawn in, they'll pop up and they'll just spawn in and join. So by doing that, let's double check, make sure everything is good. 1 second. Also, there's revive mode. If you don't have like ace and thing and you want your teammates to be able to revive one another, you can just enable all, and basically you can revive down wounded teammates that are players, not AI. So one of the things you saw was I had an aircraft drop, able to fly around and do a parachute. You could do something similar. You can have Chinook, or I had a ground vehicle, which I didn't show, but you could have a ground vehicle, have them driving around or whatnot, or just sitting there. So essentially, and we'll add it, we'll do it. This will work for all of the above. Let's make them survivor. So we'll start off with the CeeLo. First, you need a variable name. So we'll call it Cherry. Next, we need this, which I'll have in the description. So here, you have to put the faction. Since we're blue 4, we'll just use Respawn West, but I'll get the other ones on and put it in the description so you have at least the full faction list. So if you want to do like custom respawns, you can. And then make sure you change the name to the variable. And then that's it. And then make sure you have plenty of parachutes, because if you use this as your main like thing, you're gonna have it there, and then you can just put the AI whatever, make him go into outer space if you want. So essentially, you spawn in here, and then you just jump out and land and carry on with the mission. Here we'll have the same thing with the vehicle. You need a name. Just call it car, just for simplicity. Sometimes though your name may not work if it's something scripted in. Like if you were to use, I'd say like, maybe if you want to put the name of the thing like Hemin or something, it may not compute, or certain coding and stuff might not work. So you just play around with it, and it'll tell you if you can't, when you press OK, it won't work. And then voila. So essentially you can do that. I'll even show a little trigger. We'll put a trigger down here. We'll just make a target. We'll kill that guy. Put a survivor down. Tom. So he basically changed the condition to a live Tom, and then you could put like a, let's just say I want to put another respawn. Maybe I want to have it here. So put blue 4. Make it new post. But then it's not complete, you have to sync it. So basically sync it. And then voila. And so you see the AI and the airbase are under constant attack. Go here. Boom, new post spawn. It helps if you have a parachute, but in this case I want to be comical and die. Basically vehicle spawn. You have a driver, then you just get out, do your thing, and respawn on teammate. Simple as that. But now I'll show you a couple more little things that you could use if you want to like have limited respawns. So we'll go back to multiplayer, go down here. So you can have it set up to respawn. So if I put, we'll do 5 respawns. So essentially I can have respawn on, or subtract the ticket on respawn or on death. So if we do death, as soon as I die, it will use up the ticket. I would probably suggest using respawn on ticket if you're gonna do this. And basically, then every time you respawn, you'll lose a particular life. So, also that same coding which I use can be used on any object. You can put a crate down and essentially, boom, that is your rally point. And you basically put the spawn on it, that coding here. And then, boom. It won't work because I have not named, but this is how you do it. Thanks for watching.